the CSGO tournament, and we have got one final round of group games for you. I've been looking forward to this one. We've got fish123 against Kirsty's Metal Hands. It's going to be an interesting one, two of the stronger teams in the tournament, and we've got the knife round underway for the first map, which is Dust 2.
Yeah, it is. It's a classic UK LAN event, therefore we get some classic UK maps in here. Dust, Cobble, Cash. Dust and Cash obviously being the two classic ones. Cash if we need a third map. Fish123 coming into this one. Also tagged up as the Easy Skins mix. Of course, TBA UK team were set to be the Easy Skins team. That was some players. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know Weber was certainly in it. Rattlesnake was in it as well. But unfortunately they didn't make it to the UK Premiership. So half of them are kind of here to represent the Easy Skins guys. You've got Joe, Batham, Keaters, Cryptics and Weber of course. Then on the Metal Hand side you have Boaster, Mortism, Ben, Crazy Cat and then Orp Turbine. He is also known as Quiver. Starting things off, pistol round here. It's going to be a mid play coming out from the Easy Skins guys. They are however deterred with that incendiary that has been placed at the doors. Going to have to rethink for the time being. It's going to be Joe moving up towards the top of short, sorry. Boaster is here. Nice use of the barrel for cover. Joe could quite happily just drop down in towards CT, but of course no he can't because Crazy Cat is there.
Yeah, so slow patient build up from these teams here as we start off. Around about 45 seconds left to go in this first round. Quiver drops back to behind the boxes at B ramp. And we see some action up at mid. Joe going to be ready to peek up from short. And they're playing it passive, so they've let him get that far up to the boxes. Crazy Cat possibly going for the boost, but he's got heads to aim at, and he gets one on Joe. But there's a push from long. Good pincer action here from Fish123 as the bomb plant goes down. One final player left now as Quiver goes down, leaving Mortism last man standing. And he's coming up from short with 4 players to find and a defuse. So no mean feat then. Tries to go make a play for it. First round on the pistol, chance to warm up and gets a headshot on Weber before he's finally caught. So Fish123 take the early lead, 1-0.
Yes, they most certainly do, and now it's down to Metal Hands to try and grab something back here. They are going for 2 scouts here. Either of them on Quiver. Crazy Cat gets the headshot onto Caters. Joe picks up his AK from the ground. That is a nice man advantage already for Kirsty's Metal Hands. Now, Easy Skins just falling back. They might be aware of some aggression or not as Joe, he gets surprised. Cryptics is there able to find the frag. He'll then switch out his MP7 for the AK in just a minute. Spots out one, finally picks up the AK. He's down to 3 HP though. We're in a 3v3 situation. But the Easy Skins guys making their way now down towards long. Autism just holding CT for the time being.
So again, slow and patient. 3v3. 45 seconds left to go. Got Babe pushed up quite aggressively and he's going to cross now. Got his 2 teammates with him, so they've all made it to the site, to the same A site where they were able to hold out last time. Plant going down.
Big nade coming in though. Puts Crazy Cat down to 60 HP. Has to walk through 2 smokes here. Is just sitting in it for the time being. Flashbang goes out. Now he goes through. Double flashbang in fact. Spots the head. That is a dead Cryptics. Bomb ticking quicker and quicker. They have one defuse kit on them. They also only have 1 player left, and that is Mortism. What can he do? Gets one. Of course, Batham there is sitting behind him. It was a close one, but the Easy Skins guys did come out on top. They also got a bomb plant to secure themselves some extra cash. And now they're 2 rounds up.
Probably go push through and get this next one as well then, as the Metal Hands guys decide not to go for a ambitious third round by Weber with the pick on Crazy Cat and through the gap in the door. 2 others crossed over to the site though, so that will have been called in. And Batham with a frag taking down Mortism as well. So numbers very much in favour of fish123 or easy skins, or whichever name you want to use. Boaster, nice work with the silenced USP, getting one frag, but Joe and Cryptix mop up the last two. 3-0, and it's down to this first bye v bye.
And it's going to be a pretty small one coming out from the CT. Yeah, okay, they've actually got a considerable amount from what they had. No defuse kit, however, that's something to note. If this bomb does get planted, the likelihood is, if they don't find the initial pick, they will back on away because they just simply won't have the time. Cater is there with his AWP. That's some aggression coming out. That's going to be an easy pick for Crazy Cat. Going to be falling back from that one. Back on towards B site, playing safe from there after their initial pick. They have the numbers advantage, no need to push it any further.
Yeah, might as well make the most of it. I've seen a lot of success from teams that play super passive on CT side on Dust 2. Don't get pulled into any over rotates or anything silly like that. And this time Crazy Cat pushed through a little bit more aggressively than that, but now quite rightly they are going to fall back and hold their spots rather than keep on pushing. Smoke going into that mid area. Still just under a minute left to work with. For the terrorists, and they're going to go back to that A site. They've been so successful. Great shot from Weber. Had very little to aim for, just a couple of pixels, but finds Quiver down there at the bottom of the ramp at A site. Bomb planted. Not an ideal plant really, but they can hold that well from short. A couple of smokes going down. Keats playing up front with the AWP on the short, and he picks up one frag as Crazy Cat goes down. Boaster's grabbed in the gay spot. Quite easy to spot someone there when you're up on short though, and Weber's able to pick him up from there. So 4v2, bomb ticking away, and as expected, Hoss, they are going to save. No kit to play with.
Yeah, they weren't able to get in on that side. They didn't get the pick, giving them any form of numbers advantage. Therefore, they did just back away. Now, easy skins, 4 rounds to 0, looking like they could run away with this one right now. We actually had a point as well, one of the TBA games. I believe, I can't remember who it was up against, but the TBA UK team where Weber was one of the leaders, one of the players in that lineup. It was in an ESL qualifier, it was something like 14-1 on their CT side, and then came back on the second half to take it into overtime. No, it was 13-2, they lost the pistol on their T side and still somehow took it 16-14. It was an insane comeback. Well, Weber, of course he has a good T side here on Dust 2. It's a map he's played a hell of a lot. The nade from one of the T side players will go in. Did quite a bit of damage to Crazy Cat there on shot. Nice headshot there coming in from Weber as Beth Batham going to challenge this one. Easy pick from him and another. And Weber's there to finish things off.
Yeah, really good play, 5-0 on the board, and that's going to be a bit of a tough situation to buy from. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to try and scrub everything together, and quite wisely. A couple of players from Metal Hands needing to get some frags and get on the board. Doesn't seem like anything particularly special tactics-wise coming out from the terrorists here, but they are just out-fragging as we see here. They got 3 kills really quickly there. 3v3 battle already out at long. Smoke down, and it's the standard push up onto site. Nothing to set the world alight. They're just out fragging so far, and we'll see how long that continues on for. Dust 2 is one map where you really need to be on form, and some really good shooting again takes it to 6-0 really comprehensively.
Yeah, you can see that bank there for Cater there, 12.2k, and he's going to be open as well. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, Cryptix for me is probably one of, if not the best aimer in the UK right now. He used to play competitively. He's of course a young lad. I believe he's only 17 or 18, maybe 19. But he's a young lad. He played competitively, but then he found that his home is in streaming, and that's exactly what he's been doing, streaming Counter-Strike. PC at home, and now he's at LAN, still showing that he does have it. This actual Easy Skins team, I believe, as well, didn't pay for their tickets. They're using the ones that the Obscene team, of which Weber, Keita, and Cater were part of. Keita and Cryptix were part of at last Epic LAN. Off the back of that one. Be a lot of noise towards this B-bomb site. We actually have Weber playing the lurk role. It's not usually his initial role. in a team, but it's what he's doing here, over towards that A long area as the rest of the team look to try and make their way in towards that B bomb site, sorry.
Still trying to decide where they want to go. Maybe B isn't the option after all as they go back to take back the mid control. Something that's talked about quite a lot on Dust 2, getting hold of that area, and a lot of teams do that quite well, but then the CTs kind of allow them to have it as well, because even though you've got that spot and you've got so many options, you've got to then choose one and make use of your flashes, your nades, etc. to break into the site. Crazy Cat, good work with a couple of kills, but Eastskins trade straight back and take the advantage now. 3v2 in their favour, they're back on that A-bomb site. Why go anywhere else when you're winning every single round you go there? I'm going to try and hold it in pretty much the same way. Smokes down, flashes, Mortism being slowed up as he tries to get into CT. Quiver with the AWP, what can he do with that? Oh, Mortism doing the job, has two, only had heads to aim at, but he's on point keeping the rifle control, and in comes the AWP. Not much time left. Quiver's just going to sit on that, Mortism backing him up. And Mortism with his third. Good retake. Really good retake, actually.
Yeah, really nice indeed, considering the position that they were in, 2v3, where the T's have that post-plant situation, they have the setup, they had a player on short, they had two players on the site elevated. And it worked out really nicely for the CTs. The initial two frags came in very quick succession. Exactly what the Doctor ordered, and as is that if you're on the Easy Skin side, getting Quiver down to 9 HP. He's a big threat. Getting him down this early on is a great way to start things off.
Yeah, no doubt. And that is not the thing you want. 5 seconds into the round, you're practically dead before you even start. So he's going to have to think a little bit carefully now. Be scared of those nades and just pick his spots a little differently. But Ben pushing up, getting a little bit aggressive on long, just try and mix things up a bit, nothing wrong with that. Although most of the action is coming from short, it's pretty much Easy Skins players pouring out of that short area, so they've got to try and deal with that. Last time it was Crazy Cat on point with the opening pick from there, so whether he can keep that going or not, we shall see. Chance of Boaster taking one of the AWPs down. That's Weber, who is wandering down CT, but the push is still coming from A, regardless of Weber being there to interrupt. And Boaster, good control with two. It looks like he's spraying at the wall, but he knows how to use that weapon. Cryptix has made it onto the site, but it's been costly. Players falling all around him, and it's now 1v4. 20 odd seconds left to go on the clock. Mortism coming in from behind, should pick that up, and does.
Yeah, he does indeed, and it wasn't exactly great from the Easy Skins guys, but great stuff there from Boaster. Really nice spray control, especially pushing through the smoke to get that initial pick in CT, and then falling back towards the A site, spraying on towards short, having his control on point. Just ducking out of view as well was really nice to see from him.
Yeah, some good play on display. And the Metal Hands guys aren't being overrun as the scoreboard might have suggested at 6-0. They are still in this and showing a good bit of fight, so be interesting to see how this game develops and the rest of Dust 2. Plenty of flashes, nades being traded. Boaster went down in the skirmish, but still plenty of time to play with, over a minute. Quiver watching onto short. Saw some footsteps there, but couldn't make the kill. Bather might have been taken down to about half HP from that, actually. Mortism with a chance for the pick on short, which he does make. That's Weber going down. So a couple of times Weber's been caught, been taken out.
Looks as if Joe actually wants to kind of push through this smoke along with his teammates. He's going to be the first one in with the double flashbang. He's going to be moving on towards this site, but Crazy Cat is there. He's going to get one. It's Bento K to get the second. Now Crazy Cat going to finish things off there. They're starting to mount a comeback here. 6 rounds in a row. Now, crush the Easy Skins guys. The economy is gone. Going to be a Tech 9 buy coming out as the CTs look to grab yet another round.
Yeah, I think Metal Hands have dealt with any potential threat coming from that short push. It was very fruitful for Easy Skins to begin with for the first couple of rounds that they tried it, but since then, if you push through smoke, you do put yourself in a bit of a vulnerable position, and if the players on the A site are making their shots, which they are now, well and truly getting into this game, then it's quite tough, so we might see some different plays. We'll have to try and make use of B, and we could have a mid to B, but you got Quiver with the AWP who could do some serious damage, keeping fire there, try and slow out the push. He's going to be calling for help though, because there are several players swarming onto his site, and he's taken straight down. Ben-K coming in from behind though, as is Mortism, trying to do some damage. Battler manages to grab Mortism at the back of the site, and frags being traded. It's Boaster mopping things up, and it's been 4 rounds on the bounce now.
Yeah. And I'm actually surprised as well in there. The Quiver, before he fell, he actually got no frags with his AWP. I think he took 2 or 3 shots, and he had 5 Ts running at him, and he missed every single one of them with all his shots. Not exactly what you want to see from your AWP under pressure, but hey, nor is that, to be fair. Crazy Cat missing the initial shot. Tagging it on the second try though.
And nice stuff. Weber though gets Quiver, who's again going to be sitting on a big 0, trying to peek through the door. Weber looks like he might be trying to make a play, decides against it. Gets out away from that nade on fairly low HP, but he's able to make the shot on Boaster, who pushed through. Ben-K trading straight back within a second as Cryptic goes down. But numbers are in favour of the terrorists. 4v3 gives them a bit of time to work, and got Joe trying to push up from long. If he can get some assistance from short as well, then that would be a bonus, but it's not coming. Batham getting bogged down at the top of mid, so no such luck for him. We are seeing a full-on long push though. See how this works out. One player on the site who's a bit stuck. There's Ben-K going down, and to the AWP of Keats. Mortism with a frag firing back. But again, numbers still favouring 3v2. 30 seconds left to go. Mortism last man standing against 2. He's caught on short, and the rot has been stopped. 7-4.
That's indeed, and it's kind of ruined the CT economy here as well. Boaster could potentially get dropped to FAMAS here from Crazy Cat. Looks like that's what he's asking for. In fact, Mortism is going to be the good guy and dropped it there for him. Crazy Cat gets an M4 in there as well. So, could be another standard setup here. CT's going 2 towards B, and then it's always the A site where you can play a little bit differently, and this is the differently that we're seeing here. It's a 3-man push down long, flashes, and nades went on in. Joe down to 49 of HP, Cryptics to 94. Joe now down to 40 as well. Got tagged through the metal door. Is going to have to reevaluate his situation. Going to be moving on out of there. Boaster's nade shouldn't really connect with do too much. Yeah, 7 points done to Weber.
So mid control is back. Got terrorists spread across the map. About a minute left to play with still. Aside from Joe taken down to 40 HP, everyone's looking fairly healthy here. Could be a setup for an A long. A couple of players there waiting to go with the bomb. I think last time they tried this, what was lacking is someone coming up short, and the CTs did a good job of trying to bog them down there, but Ben-K going down in the pit with Cryptics picking up the frag. Crazy Cat firing straight back, but it's a couple of quick ones from the terrorists, Joe and Weber. Quiver gets himself on the board with his first one, coming in from lower towards short. You have to continue up that way though. Got a player coming in from lower, that's Boaster, so 2v2. Just got to be patient. 10 seconds left to go. Bomb still not planted. Now it is. 35 seconds to play with. Great nade from Quiver. Through that blind. Straight onto the feet of Keats, who goes down. So they are now hunting. He's in a goose. It's a good round for Quiver. 3 frags for him. Welcome to the scoreboard. What a way to do it.
Not really nice indeed from him. He gets the defuse as well, means he'll get the nice little MVP star. Say he did something. 7 rounds now to 5. It looks like it's CT Skins' turn to try and eco. Last time they ecoed, they went for the mid to B play with all Tech 9s. This time it looks as if they're actually going to be on a double eco, committing heavily to this one. Happy to eco the next and then full buy for that final round. provided they get the bomb down in at least one of those. Flashes go out down long. Not going to have too much of effect, but that molly on mid, actually not going to do too much. It didn't go on short as initially planned. Does allow the Easy Skins guys to get on out here. Going to see a reaction. Deagle up, 5-7 even up close. Going to have to reposition, still trying to hold the angle. Weber's gone down long with the low 5-7, keeping the man in pit, occupied. That's another crisp headshot coming in from Weber. Crazy Cat is there, however. Bomb has gone down for a short plant. These guys still have Tech 9s, have not recovered any other weapons. As Crazy Cat finds one, we got about 20 seconds left on this bomb plant now. Keith coming in, gets the headshot. It's 2 left, now it's none. Will get defused. It was close though, it was still a very good eco round.
Yeah, no doubt. They got what they wanted out of it. Managed to take out 3 players, managed to get a bomb plant as well. Didn't quite manage to hold it together. It was a good retake, but needed to be from the CTs. So Kirsty's Metal Hands are keeping it close after losing 6 on the spin right at the beginning. And they're going to be trying to bring it even here, 7-all if they can. Double eco... you called it, Hoss, and that's exactly what they're going for here. So I think 7-all is going to be looking fairly likely. Bit of action here in the mid. Boaster decides he's going to fall back. Has he? No, he's still there. And he's got swarmed by a couple of players after doing, well, on balance, not a whole lot of damage. But that nade has smashed everybody. And Quiver, despite a slow start, is now rocking and rolling with frags. Crazy Cat helping out, has done a great job locking down that short area. I think if that hadn't been held quite as well, then the terrorists would be running all over that every single round without too much problem. But they do mop it up. Another eco bash, 7-all.
As we now go into the last round of the half, it's going to be a full buy from Easy Skins. Batham will be buying up that AWP to try and challenge Quiver. Try and put a stop to him, as Keita does have AK in front of him. There it is. Full set of nades as well. This is a good set. They heavily relied actually on that bomb plant in the previous round. It's going to be some aggression coming out from Boaster. Batham going to challenge, gets the connection. Where do Easy Skins go from here? They are, of course, 4 versus 4 still, having the numbers advantage. Joe with a very nice pick. With a not showing his best right there. The nade went on through. Telegraphed exactly where he was. Exactly what his plan was. Go just capitalised on it.
Yeah, I think from their early aggression, that Kirsty's Metal Hands with the push up mid, they maybe would have liked to have been in a slightly better position, but they have evened it back up to 3-all. Still mid to play with another aggressive push, and it didn't pay off. Benkovke, they knew it was coming, and they had a couple of players up there to watch both directions. So good job, I guess, from the terrorists not to get caught from behind looking in the wrong direction. But if you're one of the seeded teams, you would expect that they wouldn't make that simple mistake. And it was Frags come in, Crazy Cat last guy alive.
Oh, that flick. Pretty crisp. As 8-7. And that's something else to note as well. When playing on LAN, you have LAN Reg, you have LAN Ping. It's completely different to playing online. Not only the atmosphere, but I mean, these players are on like Batham's there on 1 ping. I don't think I've ever played on 1 ping.
No, and I'd love to say it's a nice feeling, but when you're used to online and the various strange regs that you can see from there, getting onto LAN, it's not always as nice as you think it would be, because the times when you get lucky, other players are having the same things happening to them as well. So it's different. It's not necessarily better when you're used to other things, but definitely a huge difference as we see a very interesting first round. They managed to barrel themselves into B here, the Kirsty's Metal Hands, as Mortism gets a frag. Seems a bit strange how the whole thing's developed, but they've managed to push themselves bundling into this B site, got the bomb planted now, and they've got a numerical advantage. It's a bit of a blink and you miss it kind of aggressive push through mid to B. Cryptic's taking a headshot, he's down to 2 HP. Benkovke down to 7, so he could be an easy frag potentially, but he's playing rope-a-dope around the boxes, and it is a comfortable mop-up, 8-all. So we are even going from the first round of the second half.
Oh, indeed, as Skins, they are of course going to full buy up this one. Pistol armor, then you have the scout on Weber. Of course, Weber, kind of like the mid and or B player for the Skins or fish123 side. He is going to spot a few players out here with his scout should he stick to the site, but no, he is going to play mid, rotating out. Will, however, face a bit of a smoke. Able to peek onto short. That's a very nice connection. Crazy Cat had no armor there, I don't think.
Very nice shot. All going to be kicking off here, going into B. Mortism first through. He's taken down by Joe on top of the boxes. They're trying to spam him from there behind the car, and he does come out on top in the end, but they haven't got the best position going into the site now. Good work from Joe, just delaying that. And in the end, two players, it looks like they've dropped out completely, leaving Ben Kofke completely exposed in the B site. He's going to have CT players rushing in. Quiver looks away at the vital moment where he could have had two players coming in from behind. He's got to get out of there now. And they'll just have to try and hold it as best they can. Batham on his way in. Could have a frag round about the big boxes, but Boaster comes out on top. Keats, nice work, good control with his rifle there towards the back of the site. Weber picks up a frag, and it goes straight back in favour of fish123.
Yeah, really nice there, and it all essentially came from Weber getting that first pick onto Crazy Cat at the top of mid. Meaning that once the T side got onto that B bomb site, they were isolated there, nowhere else to go. The aggression then, well, because they got the pick at the top of mid, the aggression then could come out in mid, give them a little bit more room to play with. They had the flank, they got the frags, they picked up the weapons as well, came in, got themselves the round. P90 is the order of the day though for Batham. Weber sticking with his trusty scout. Go up against the Tech 9 buy coming in from Kirsty's metal hands.
Hard and fast into B it is then, and Joe taken down, couldn't cause any damage this time. It's Weber out the window with scout in hand, picks up a frag, evening things up, and he's got a second with the CZ7. Imagine to get a player on the cross. Benkov K now does cross and is able to get this plant down, but numbers are favouring fish123. As we see the possible retake upcoming. Batham on the way in, and he gets Boaster, who sort of peeked and was on his way walking away from the peak, and that's the point when his opponent sort of appeared there. Cryptic with the frag. Mortism trying to keep it alive, but he's caught with the swarm into the site. 10-8 in favour of fish123.
Most certainly looking good now for fish123. They did, however, allow another plant, which could see Kirsty's metal hands buy up again here, but it looks like it will just be P250s here and there. Nothing too special. They don't want this game to run too much out of those metal hands. Fish123, they're actually going to go for this aggression down long here. Three players are going to go down there, but not actually find anything. Batham looks like he wants to hang around in pit. Smoke it off, but Keita's there with the AWP. Legs Crazy Cats, follows it up with a nade. Nade, however, will not connect.
Just had a little look at the scoreboard before this. Weber not too far away from his 30 bomb already. So working pretty fast and leading his team quite substantially on the frag charts. And it's starting to show. Not saying that if he wasn't doing that, the other team or the rest of the team wouldn't pick up the frags, but it's a big help to have a player that's dropping bombs like Hiroshima. It's a big benefit for you, especially on Dust 2. It's one of those maps where you need to be warmed up and at your peak, and your aim needs to be on point. We're going to be seeing a possible long push. We've got Boaster, who kind of threw his frag away there, sort of walking in speed, trying to cause some damage. And we've got some action. Batham gets a couple of frags, manages to drop out. They didn't swarm him fast enough, and Keita comes in from behind, grabs the last frag on Benkov K, and it's 11-8 to fish123.
Yeah, now comes the challenge though. The AK-47 buy coming out for Kirsty's metal hands. What can they do with it? They've got smokes, they've got flashes, they've got all the nades they could ever wish for. They also have a round loss bonus that they can fall back on if they so desire. Crazy Cat, I'm intrigued as to where his smoke is, or was about to go. When that was a very nice mid smoke indeed. They're pretty passive apart from Weber there, picking off Ben. Crazy Cat still hanging around down long alongside the bomb. That is on the back of Quiver. Poster trying to give some form of a wraparound towards this A site, but look at this. Peter is here ready and waiting. As Batham's doing the exact same down long.
Yeah, they're just holding good spots, fish123. It's a good solid setup that they've got going on CT side, and it's paying off for them so far. Kirsty's Metal Hands trying to look for avenues where they can break in, and Cater there on the ramp had short lockdown. Got player in the pit as well doing some damage. That's Batham again, I think, taking Mortism down to 2 HP, and that AWP shot was far in excess of what was needed to finish him off, but it connected anyway. Cryptic's got some action on short. He's called for the assistance from the AWP, doesn't need it in the end, and brings it to 12-8. So that's quite a lot of rounds on the spin here. I think it might have been 4 rounds on the spin. They lost that pistol beginning this second half, but won every round since then, and are looking pretty strong.
Yeah, they really are. And it's really showing as well. Kirsty's Metal Hands now on to an eco round. They're going to go for what seems to be another speedy play. This time it's going to be towards the lower part of tunnels and back on out. Do they want to go towards mid? They want to go towards this A side. Looks like they are going to send 3 players through mid. Then you have Quiver here up on short. Not going to find anything with an eagle. Gets it on the repeat onto Cryptics. Weather is going to start rotating across. Spots out one. Nails Poster in the head as Keita is here ready and waiting. That was a big nade onto Quiver there.
It's all about the AWP.
Nice work from Keita.
Yeah, just locking it down. So it's like both teams did a good job there of locking down that short area for the most part. Fish123 probably had some early joy with it in the first 5 or 6 rounds, but for the most part we've seen a really good performance there, and it is quite an easy area to get to if you barrel 3 or 4 players up short. If you can get there and get onto the site, and it's important to lock it down. It's tough to lock down. You've not got much to work with. Crazy Cat and Quiver with a frag apiece. That's Weber and Joe going down. B site is going to be open, and Ben Koff K in one of my favourite spots behind the door pulls the A rotator straight in the head, and Boaster gets a frag as well. So we're talking about momentum, and Fish123 getting 5 on the spin. We could well see that reversed as the bomb is planted. 1v5. A couple of players on half HP or less that could be easy picking for Cater, but he is no doubt going to try and save this, or maybe pick up a frag, but he doesn't, and it's Quiver with the frag taking it to 13-9.
Indeed, the first frag, well, second round, sorry, of the half here. And then for Kirsty's Metal Hands, of course, after their pistol round, which they weren't actually able to convert. As now this double AWP set up. We saw it on the T side, in fact, for Fish123. Weber is a big advocate of double AWP, especially on CT here on Dust 2. You can take a look back at most of his UK teams. Whenever they play Dust 2, they will double AWP CT and T side. He will go for that aggressive kind of style here. Speaking of aggressive, seeing too much of it, except for maybe down long, you could argue, with Batham playing in pit. Now he's going to smoke it and fall on back though. Going to go into a bit of a lull in the play. A few nades will go out here and there, but nothing too much will be capitalised on.
A good pick-up on the double AWP setup. It's an interesting one. You don't see it very often. If things aren't going your way, then it's a real strain on your team economy. But I think the way that the AWP has developed probably over the last couple of years, it is a lot more versatile. Players can use it on the move, which it's not easy to do, but it can be done to a point. You have to know how far to push it, as we see a frag traded each way. Cater could have some action. 3 players on him. Decides not to peek. Maybe should have done, but instead he's got his teammates to do that for him with a couple of frags. Cater does get 1 before he's caught by a player up short. That's Mortism, who's got 2 in quick succession. So Bomb not in the best position. He's got an AWP that he's up against and may struggle to get onto site and get the plant. Cracked off a shot. That Molotov could kill him if he's not quick. He has to run straight out in the path of the AWP, but can he make the frag? Yes, he can. Had a couple of bites at the cherry. Does get Weber, the top fragger in the server so far. Couple on the bounce for Kirsty's Metal Hands, but still 13-10 to fish123.
Do fish buy here though? Looks like they're not going to. They have the bank of key to if they really wanted to fall back onto it, but instead decided just to go for triple scout. I'm pretty sure that came from the bank of key to. Yeah, he's down to 5.7k. That was a nice crisp headshot there for Ben KFK. Cryptics, Keita now both falling. They still have two of these scouts, but only damage has been done. They've only tagged up one player. That was a very nice pick there from Weber through the door onto Weber's head.
Yeah, nice shot. Good teamwork from the players out in mid as well, managing to get the guy that pushed through the door. Nice, easy mop up for Kirsty's Metal Hands in the end as they made their way onto the A site. So they brought themselves within 2 rounds, and we've got a game on here.
Yeah, we certainly do. Fish123 were what, 3 rounds away from winning this one, and then suddenly Kirsty's Metal Hands have started coming back into it. It's good to see a close game to end the group stage. Of course, after this we have one of the elimination bracket stage games broadcast tonight. Again, will be a best of 3. We have, I believe it's an 8-team double elimination bracket, which will culminate in the grand finals on Sunday around lunchtime-ish. Never know, we could see one of these 2 teams in that grand final, but right now it is going to be... They poked their head out in mid and then fell straight back. Cryptics has been smoked off somewhat, or has he? Going to get 1 frag, potentially looking for another. Mortem actually, that naded a lot.
And so Mortism taken down to half HP in the tunnels, just trying to work something into B, and they are going to work into B. Could be a chance for Joe to do some damage in the corner. He is caught by the second player coming in. Quiver with a frag as well. Good work from Weber though, with the spray down, just mowing down Kirsty's Metal Hands players as they barrel into the site. They did go 1 at a time, which I think might have caused them a few problems. And now it's a game of cat and mouse around the boxes. Quiver down to about 8 HP. Weber go for the knife and does get it in the back. So he's going to cash in from that one.
And again, that goes back to the whole LAN atmosphere. Weber would have screamed with that one right there. Knifing an enemy in the back. That's the ultimate shame, the ultimate embarrassment, and on LAN as well. Giving Fish their 14th round. Kirsty's Metal Hands only on 11. They still have a bye for at least this round, maybe another one as well, to try and stop it going to this second map here. But that's nice pressure coming out. Phantom only gets 1. Nade will go through, didn't really do too much, followed up by the flashbang, but Keita can't really peek through that.
Yeah, that could have easily gone another way. Batham could have got a couple more kills. That nade could have done some more damage. He finished them off. Cryptics with 2. And he does finish them off with a couple of kills. And now they're going 1 at a time. Weber with the AWP. And probably about 3 players lining up for that frag. Crazy Cat, not sure how he survived that. But down to very low HP. 15, 16 points as he pushes up onto short. 1 pistol shot will do it. Weber grabs it. And that puts Weber on 33 frags, pretty much double any of his teammates. He's really doing a job for him.
Yeah, Weber out-fragging everyone right now. He's really showed up today, looking extremely good indeed. And this is it, the final buy potentially. Kirsty's Metal Hands for Dust 2 at least, then we head on to Cobblestone should Fish123 win this one. Guarantee that these guys will want to take a break. These guys love their Queen map smokes. They talk about what went wrong, what went well, what they can change for map number 2, but we're not there just yet.
Now, still got 1 more round they need to find from somewhere out of these remaining 4. Otherwise, we will be seeing overtime. 3-map format that we've got all the way through this tournament. Got possible stack mid to B, but they decide against it. A few times Kirsty's Metal Hands players got caught, flashed and blinded there and couldn't retreat out. Nearly happened again. Boaster taken down to 23 HP. Does get out just about this time, but we've seen that go wrong more than once, and maybe they need to think about abandoning that if they do live to fight another round here. And slow build up, 40 seconds left to go on the clock, and it looks like we're going to see a full-on push in the B.
Does indeed look that way. Weber's going to hold it off well, but that's a nice one tap to the head of Weber coming out from Boaster. Joe is there, he gets one, gets two, and then gets taken down with 3 versus 1. Crazy Cat going absolutely insane right now. Got 2 frags to keep his team in this one. Down to 3 HP, he will get taken down, and we're heading to Cobblestone for map number 2. Fish123 take the 1 map lead.
They sure do, and while Kelsey's Metal Hand showed some very promising signs, Fish123 were just a little bit better. So whether we'll see that go into the second map, Cobblestone, or if we're going to see an upset and our first 3-mapper, then we shall see. But we're expecting a short break before the second map, so we'll be back very soon.